Yeah.
Ruto borrows 570 million shillings a day in new loans.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
So let's just try and break this down sometime this week for everyone. Let's have you all up to speed, and then have you all with your notebooks and your pens and beginning to take note, because this is how things implode.
Right?
It starts with this.
Because we are
We
there.
can be our own
Tell
judge
us that story,
registry.
actually. So what's this story?
Nyongeni, talking.
Yeah. Now that you've gotten into umeingia kwa hiyo rally, enda mpaka mwisho.
Okay, in essence, I'll read out sort of what it says, but it says some 15 loans taken from Chinese lenders are to be used on road projects across the country. That's page 8 of the Daily Nation, right? And it starts by saying, let's look at a rate of government borrowing. A breakdown of the total loan amount of 68 billion shillings taken in 4 months translates to a borrowing of 72.2 billion a month, 572.1 million a day, 23.83 million shillings an hour, and 397,292 shillings a minute.
Story kama hii ndio inafanyaga watu wa lose confidence na Ruto. Utapata amechukua loan ingine ridiculously expensive, then the next day unasikia roof ya State House inakuwa renovated. Renovation si lazima ingefanyika, na at the end State House sahi inaka uglier than before. Unasikia loan imechukuliwa ndio itengeneze barabara, alafu project ina stall. Loan inachukuliwa hospitali itengenezwe, alafu project ina stall. Hizi ndio vitu zinafanya watu wa lose confidence na hii gava.
Kama wanasiasa wako hapa, sitaki mtu aongelee siasa kwa hii familia hapa hivi, kwa hii shughuli. Siasa mwende mpige huko nje. Let us deal with what has brought us here. That's the business of the day. Otherwise, Mungu abariki.
Odinga will dominate. In fact, the Deputy President Kindiki will have no space whatsoever, and therefore even the fact that there will be a running mate, it will not be Kindiki. The Odinga complication in Kenya Kwanza is beyond any measure. Ruto has created a giant he will come to regret. All the books I've read in politics, from the art of... Here in Nairobi, I can tell you, Babu Owino, Tim Wanyonyi are completely distraught. They do not even have a nomination process in ODM to decide who is the most popular ODM candidate. Baba amesema ni Sakaja. How can you run a political party like... What kind of president would this man be? Raila Odinga used to be a devoted multi-party Democrat, so that you allow people to make a choice through the ballot. Even in Moi's old days and Kanu's worst days, Moi would bring Morolongo. At least they line up. This guy just speaks at the bombers of Kenya and says this will be the next governor. Odinga is not changing. He's doing that now. Now that he has lost the African Union, what more will he do to put his hand on the scale of many things, even in an undemocratic way, including the formation and the constitution of the IBC?
The exact moment nilijua Raila ametupa mbao ni the day aliamua kuendos Sakaja badala ya Babu Owino. Na sijui kama mnakumbukanga zile rumors zilikuanga ati Sakaja alilipa Raila hundreds of millions ndio support in the next election. Sasa inaonekana hizo rumors zilikuwa na some truth to it. Utaekaje Babu Owino in the sidelines na yeye ndio amekuwa by your side through thick and thin? Raila kusema ukweli ni kama ametupa mbao.
Yesterday I was listening to Babu Owino, and man, that guy has grown. He has matured. He was ranked the best performing MP in the entire country. And I believe he's working. He has made roads that I counted until I could not count anymore, because Sakaja has failed to do his job. And if anyone else knows that Sakaja has failed, I think it is Babu Owino. And let credit be given where it is due. You know, Babu Owino has grown, maturity has increased. He was so cool about Baba supporting Sakaja, and he was just fine.
I told Raila, don't go. He decided to do what? Now see. An old man of 84 years. You are being carried by an agent of the devil. Anyway, Raila did not fail. It is Ruto who failed. I said before. I said since, Raila, forget this thing. He did not listen. Now, see what has happened. What a shame. What a shame. These people will learn to listen to their elders. If they will not listen to their elders, they have not seen shame. They have not seen it. Shame is coming. He said he has 1 bullet left. 1 bullet. It is him who said he has 1 bullet. Now it is me who is saying he has 1 bullet. 1 bullet like this left for him, left for Raila to use. What can happen, not what will happen, if he decides to be wise, is a repeat of 202, the Kibaki Tosha moment. And so my advice to Raila is that he need to change his inner circle, those who are advising him, and let him begin with Ida Odinga. Ida Odinga is the worst advisor Raila has. Raila is very strong outside, but at home, Number 2, he needs to get rid of useless people like Junet Mohammed, Kaluma Opondo Kaluma. That inner circle, afieke yote, afagie yote, atoe. Hakuna kitu hapo. You cannot have within your circle people who are tumbocratically oriented in their way of thinking.
Venye tu nilisema on my last video, Raila sai is now harvesting the fruits of his past decisions. Yeye mwenyewe ndio aliamua kusimama na Ruto. Yeye mwenyewe ndio aliamua kusafisha Ruto akuwe mweupe kama pamba at a time when we needed him the most. The biggest reason why most people did not want Raila to win was because he stood with the one person the people hated. The one person mwenye every single Kenyan hataki story zake.
Why did we lose, Why did Baba lose? And she told me that Kenya does not have a very good name out there. And it's not because we are bad people. People think of us as being, this was her exact answer, that there was an election going on at the Pan-African level, and Kenya had presented a candidate, and when they were campaigning, she told me someone from Morocco just came and told her, what, you guys are not going to win. And she asked why. She was told, you people are too loud and obnoxious.
As Vocal Africa, we are very concerned by the surge in cases of missing persons that are reported at our offices. In the last 1 week alone, we have received in the minimum 11 cases of persons who have just gone missing from their loved ones. And these cases are coming hot in the heels of abductions that were reported a few weeks ago. This can only mean that people are now deciding to take the law into their own hands after seeing the government abducting people who are criticizing it. So we are urging Kenyans to be very mindful of the law in this country. In case there is any problem anywhere, let us abide by the law. Do not by any means take the law into your own hands. And we are urging the government to lead by example. If you have any issue with any individual, follow the law. We are also calling on the police to kindly do your job. Many of these individuals whose persons have gone missing, when they report to the police, they are told to give out money, they are told to give out incentives so that the police can do their jobs. This cannot be tolerated. We are living in a country where we pay taxes, and the police must work, must make sure that everyone is safe.
Makara wa Kenya wananishtuanga sana. Yani moto yao inakuanga utumishi kwa wote. But that's only if utatoa kitu kwanza. Story kama hii ndio inafanyaga watu wasitrust makarao hii Kenya. Cause the only way kupata justice through the police is only if you can afford it. Na haikuwagi cheap. The only people wenye usaidika bila kutoa kitu ni politicians. Na ndio maana unasikiaga the real job of the police kwa hii country yetu inakuanga to protect the executive.